Hi, this is my U.S. involvement presentation. The sinking of the Louisiana. On May 7, 1915, the German submarine U-20 torpedoed and sank the Louisiana, a swift-moving British cruise liner traveling from New York to Liverpool, England. This event was an important part of why the Americans joined the war, but it was not the whole reason. This event basically was when the public of Americans made an opinion about Germany, and it was not a positive one. Sussex Pledge. A German submarine destroyed a French passenger steamer. It hurt 80 people, and that included 2 Americans. The Sussex Pledge came after this incident. The German government made an agreement that they would give enough warning before they sank merchant and enemy ships. The Zimmermann Telegram. In January 1917, British cryptographers deciphered a telegram from German Foreign Minister Arthur Zimmermann to the German Minister to Mexico, Heinrich von Arlt, offering United States territory to Mexico in return for joining the German cause. This was the point where the U.S. joined the war. They just couldn't resist the promise of land. U.S. propaganda. The Met Museum described what the full-color poster boards did. They mobilized support for the war effort, summoned donations to charities, encouraged participation in war bonds, and publicized victories in notable battles to a broad public. America portrayed Germany as an ape that had a mustache, a spiked helmet, a bloodied club called culture, and had Lady Liberty captive. Germany, on the other hand, portrayed their propaganda a different way. Instead of hating on the enemy, they portrayed their soldiers as noble and would win the war. U.S. policy on loans to belligerents. On February 29, 1936, Congress renewed the act until May of 1937 and prohibited Americans from extending any loans to belligerent nations. Americans were also not allowed to ride on belligerent ships. Wilson's Declaration of Neutrality. President Woodrow Wilson said, "The United States must be neutral in fact as well as in name during these days that should try men's souls. We must be impartial in thought as well as in action, must put a curb upon our sentiments, as well as upon every transaction that might be construed as a preference of one party to the struggle before another." He's stating that the U.S. cannot and will not take sides in the war. Lastly, the American opinion on the war effort. The Americans regretted their decision to get involved in the war during the year 1917 because of the global stage the war was at. Most Americans still believe the nation's interests were best served by staying out of foreign conflicts and focusing on problems at home.